Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Hence back with another video. Real quickly before we get started, if you've been enjoying my content so far this year in NHL, I would greatly appreciate if you guys could drop a subscription and then like the videos when you're done watching them. It means a lot to me and it helps me out a lot. Next up, I haven't posted in a few days. I've been really busy with school and work. I had an exam on Thursday, so I was getting that done. And then yesterday night, I kind of just chilled out and relaxed for a bit because I've been grinding nonstop. So that's why I'm posting today. But basically, what I wanted to go over in this video is when to buy and when to sell cards, because a lot of people ask me in the Discord, shout out to the Discord, link in the description, oh, when should I sell my fodder? You told me to invest in fodder on this day, when should I sell it? And then the other side of the coin is, when should I buy fodder? When is fodder going to be the cheapest? When am I going to make the most coins on fodder? And all that stuff is like higher level stuff that you need to understand the deeper underlying meaning for. And that deeper underlying meaning that you need to understand is supply and demand, okay? Supply and demand is for most cards, at least. Not for the live cards. I'll go over fantasy cards and live cards a little bit later. But for the regular cards in the game, so like fodder, like some of the MSPs, the meta MSPs, that type of stuff, the best time to buy cards is when there's going to be supply on them. And you may ask yourself, when is there going to be supply on the cards? Well, think about when people are opening packs, both for free and not for free, okay? Packs reset on the days that EA drop content. So I think it's Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday that EA changed the packs in the store. So that's obviously going to incentivize some people to sell or to buy the packs. Although this is not going to be the most influential thing on the market, most of the time the packs in the store are not going to influence the market as much unless it's a big event like the Friday of Fantasy, or if they drop a really cool pack in the store that a lot of people are opening. That could be another time when they start to open packs and it influences the market a little bit. But in general, I wouldn't really take a look at packs too much because in the end, they don't really influence the market all that much. What I would be looking at is when rewards drop. So Squad Battles rewards drop on Thursday, Rivals rewards drop on Wednesday, and Champs rewards drop on Wednesday at midnight. So after 11:59 on Tuesday, that's when they drop on Wednesday. Or I guess they drop on 11:59 on Tuesday actually. Yeah. So that's when each of the rewards drop, and that's when the most packs are going to be opened. Now, with Rivals, most people take untradeable rewards, which means that the market is actually not going to be influenced that much by Rivals compared to Squad Battles, and then most importantly, Champs. Champs is when the market gets influenced the most because the most people get the most amount of really good packs, and there's a lot of supply that comes into the market. Okay, and when supply comes into the market, it means a few things. First of all, it means that there's going to be a temporary drop in price as people try to undercut the cards. Undercutting is like if there's a McDavid listed for 100K, if you undercut the McDavid, you list it for 99K, 98K, 97K, so on and so forth. So when there's packs that drop, when a lot of people get to open their packs, the prices of the cards start to come down incrementally, okay? So that's one time when you're going to want to be looking to buy fodder, looking to buy the meta cards, looking to buy really any card, is when there's supply on the market. And the other side of the coin, when you want to buy cards, is when there's low demand. A case where there would be low demand is if there was a really bad event that gets dropped and nobody wants to make the MSPs. That would be a really good time to build fodder. Another time is if McDavid has a base card, but he gets an MSP that gets released, for example. This could be for any card, but I'm using McDavid as an example. And he gets an MSP that's released that's pretty cheap, then the supply or the demand on the base McDavid is going to come down because nobody really wants to buy that base McDavid. So the demand on the base McDavid is going to come down, so his price is going to come down. And when the price goes down, that's when you want to buy, obviously, in hopes that it goes back up. But that's not always the case. The cards don't always go back up, and it's okay to lose coins because if you're using your coins, you're being active on the market, then more often than not you're going to make coins. But if you lose some coins, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. So that's really the buy opportunities for the cards. The sell opportunities for the cards are going to be on the opposite side of that coin when I talked about supply and demand. So in terms of supply, we talked about that first with when to buy. The supply on the market when you want to sell is when the supply dries up. So that is when there's not a lot of packs being opened, when Champs Rewards aren't happening, when people are buying up cards on the market, the supply is drying up. And that goes hand in hand with the other side of the coin, demand. When demand goes up, that's when you want to be selling your cards. Demand will go up for regular cards when there's a very good event. When there's, people open their Rivals rewards and they get a whole bunch of untradeable NHL players. And then what do you know? The NHL base cards go up because people try to make team builders. So at Rivals, you would intuitively think that maybe that's a good time to buy cards. But really, with Rivals, you want to buy team builder cards in the morning on Wednesday, say, and then when Rivals rewards hit, you're going to want to sell them because their price is going to go up because people are going to pull their untradeable NHL players and look to go build the team builders. So naturally, the price of the team builder fodder is going to go up. Okay, so that's kind of when you want to look to buy and sell cards on the market. So yeah, as a general rule of thumb, right now, it's a little bit different with the fantasy cards, but I'm going to segue into that with this, okay? Last night, Teuvo Teravainen scored 3 goals. He got a hat trick for Carolina, and his card went from 80 to 83 overall. That made fodder go up like crazy because everybody wants to buy in on this card now, and his card price is shooting up in price really fast, okay? So right now would be a good time to sell your fodder because the demand for the fodder is really high and the supply is getting lower and lower, which means that equilibrium between supply and demand is moving up in price. So you're going to be seeing the cards go up in price, okay? How do you know when to sell cards? When's the best time to sell cards? Well, whenever you're happy with your profit, that's when you're going to want to sell. So as you see like the supply drying up and the demand going up, like I said, then you're going to start to see the price go up. How do you know when it's at its peak? Well, you're never going to know. So you're just going to sell when you're happy with your profit. And this is the golden rule for trading on NHL. When you're happy with your profit, when you're happy with it, you take it and you don't look back. If the price goes up even more, you don't look back. You don't care anymore. You got your profit. You're happy with your profit. Don't get salty about it because what's in the past is in the past and that's never going to change. Okay? Here's a good example of me being hypocritical to what I said and doing the wrong thing. Okay? On last maybe Tuesday or Wednesday, I bought a Drew Doughty fantasy card. He was going for about 450K. I thought it was going to be at his low point because it was right after Champs Rewards got released. I thought it was going to be his low point, but he kept going lower and lower and lower. Then Drew Doughty hit 350K last night. I was like, oh shit, he hasn't scored yet in this game. It was like halfway through the first period. His price was going down and down and down and down. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to panic sell. Here's a golden rule of thumb. Don't ever panic and sell your cards. That's what I did last night. And what do you know? Right when I listed him, he scored 2 goals and his price went from 400K, which I sold him at, all the way up to 600K, which he's at right now. So I lost out on a potential 200K because I panicked and sold the card. And here he is right now. Buy now price 400K. I sold him for 400K. It really stings, but you know what? At the end of the day, I'll make those coins back. I'm not really going to get hurt about it. It is what it is. It happens to everybody. It happens to me too. So if you guys have lost coins before, just know that it happens to everybody. It's not a big deal. So yeah, that's what I would say is when you sell your cards, just don't look back. But yeah, how am I going to make coins today? Well, I'm going to be looking at the fantasy hockey players again. I'm going to be monitoring the prices on them, trying to look for like quick flips. Like even this Anton Lundell for 200K is not a terrible price. There's some cards that I do think are going to be like solid value here. I think Lafreniere is a good card to pick up. I think he's going to hit 99 relatively quickly. Another one that I think is a good one to pick up. Let's scroll through here. I don't hate Sandin if you can get Sandin for under 200K, I don't hate the price on him. Evan Bouchard. The problem with Evan Bouchard, I think there's a chance that he could hit 99 in all honesty, but the problem with Bouchard is that he's going to take so long to get to a usable point that there's no point in buying him because he needs 5 goals to hit 80 overall. And by the time he gets 5 goals, it's going to be 2-3 weeks, even 4 weeks from now. And that's if he's scoring a goal per week or more. And he's going to only be 80 overall, and he's not even going to fit your team yet. So it's going to just take so long for him to fit into your team that I just don't really think it's worth it. He is a good card, though, but he's very, very, very slow. He's only 70 overall right now, but I would stay away from Evan Bouchard personally. Obviously, I thought Drew Doughty was a good one. His price should come back down. I'm not gonna lie, I do think his price is gonna come back down. It is inflated right now, so don't go out and panic buy him right now. I would definitely buy Drew Doughty and buy the cards that I'm recommending in periods where they're not playing a game, because people are gonna be like, oh, they're not playing today. I'm gonna sell him to try to get these coins up. Sean Dursey is another good one that I would recommend taking a look at. Morgan Riley also another one that I would recommend taking a look at. Matt Boldy, I think, has a chance to hit 99, but same kind of idea with Bouchard. It's just going to take so long for him to get there that I don't think his card is worth it. Pavel Zacha, he's one that I actually have myself. I do think he's going to hit 99. He's already 77 overall, so he needs like 5 more goals to be usable in your team. He's a forward. I think he can do 5 goals in a couple weeks. I do think Zach is one of the better ones, but also he's a very meta build in game. However, I'm not sure how optimistic I am about him hitting 99, but I do think that he's a good one to invest in with coins to flip. Corey Perry is a sleeper one. I think that he's playing first line in Chicago right now, power play 1. I think that he could move up in price. Rasmus Anderson's another one that I really like. He scored 11 goals last year, so he needs 11 more this year to hit 99. He's already got 1 this year, and he's been suspended for a while, so he plays power play 1 on Calgary. The only thing I don't like about him are his abilities, but obviously if he hits 99 before everybody else, it's not a big deal if he doesn't have the best abilities. Bowen Byram is one that a lot of people said that they really liked. I don't like Bowen Byram at all. I don't think he's going to be a super, high ceiling player, personally. I'm an Avalanche fan. I know that Byram scored a few goals in the power play last year. I don't think he's playing power play at all this year. I don't even think he's on power play 2. I could look that up. I could be wrong about that, but I think it's Taze on power play 2. So I don't know how I feel about Byram, but I would say stay away from him. What are some other good ones? Chikrin is another good one. If you want to buy him, I would recommend waiting a little bit longer. I do think he's going to hit 99. Ethan Gauthier is another good one that I could hit 99 pretty quickly. These junior players are always pretty good. He's super light, though, and doesn't have the best shot or anything right now. He's only 70 overall, of course. Matty Beniers is coming down in price. I do think that he could shoot up in price pretty quickly, just because he's been really down in the year right now. If he scores a few goals in the next couple games, his price is going to shoot up, so I like Matty Beniers. Johnny Gaudreau is a hard stay away. Matthew Barzal is another good one that I do like. However, he gets injured so often that he's a very, very, very high-risk player to invest in. Oliver Bonk, honestly, at one point I was like, this guy's good. Now I'm kind of soured on him. He's not on power play 1. He's not on the first line of the London Knights, so I don't think he's going to score as many goals as some people think. Seguin, stay away. Obviously, I said Morgan Riley's good. Letang is the worst one out of all of these. Letang and Falk are the 2 worst ones. I would hard stay away from those 2. Obviously, stay away from the goalies. I don't think they're worth it. Teravainen's a great one. Obviously, he's 83 overall already. I would look at building him untradeable. This Lafreniere's been on the market for some time. He's 80 overall still. Who else? Sergachev is another one that I don't really love because he's not playing power play 1. I don't believe, unless they changed it around, because I know Hedman was on power play 1 at the start of the year. Dawson Mercer, I don't love. He's on the 3rd line. But yeah, that's basically where I'm at with these cards. Who I think is good, who I think is going to get hit 99. I like Doughty still if he comes back down in price. Suzuki, another one that I like. But yeah, with that being said, I hope this video helped you guys out. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.